What's up, Bridal Babes? I hope you're ready for another exciting episode of your favorite local wedding show, Bridal Buzz. I'm your host, Kat, and today we're at the RK Group headquarters right across the lake from a venue you might recognize, the Redberry Estate. We're going to learn all about their 75 years in the industry, and I can't wait for you guys to see everything from this one-stop shop. Let's go ahead and get in. All right, Bridal Babes, we are inside RK headquarters in the experience room, sitting down with Art, who's been here with the RK Group for 6 years. Why don't you give us a little bit of info about your role here and the history of RK?
Sure. Well, I'm one of the many wedding specialists, that cater to weddings, although we do all sorts of events. It's nice to have you guys here across the lake from the last time you guys came to visit us at Redberry.
Yes.
We're super excited to have you here and kind of just showcase a little bit of what we do and what we've been up to for the last 75 years.
Wow, 75 years. Hear that, Bridal Babes? They are full of years of experience, ready to help you with your wedding, whatever event that you're planning. So tell us a little bit about the history of growing over those 75 years. Where did they start and where are they now?
Sure. So Rosemary and Hank Kowalski started in 1946. It was a little barbecue joint off of North Sarsamora. Shortly thereafter, after they started, somebody came and said, "Hey, can you cater this bazaar for us?" And she's like, "Sure." 40s catering wasn't really a thing outside of royalty, but she figured it out because look where we are now.
Yeah.
So now we have pretty much a national footprint. We are part of Leading Caterers of America, which is representative of the top caterers in the country. I think we're the largest family-owned caterer as well. From the catering, it grew into all sorts of different divisions, from Illusions Rentals, Flair Floral, Circa DMC, Arcady Studio, and a variety of event-related divisions that just make dreams come true.
Wow. And so how many of those facets are directly geared toward weddings, or our Bridal Babes can use for their weddings potentially?
Pretty much all of them.
Wow.
They all kind of revolve around that service and hospitality industry. We have a national structures division is tents, right? So while we do, millions of square feet of tent throughout the country, we also do tents for events here, for weddings and anything else. Catering, obviously, we cater weddings and all sorts of events. Our design studio could, do a acrylic guest list or cutouts or LED signs, but they also wrap billboards and cars and a variety of things.
Full-on walls, dance floors.
Anything you want, monograms, decals, if you want a big picture of, the family as a background, we do all that too.
Yes, that is one of the coolest things, I think. Everything here is super awesome, but having that print lab on site really helps you customize your wedding to make it whatever you want to make it, not generic, better together signs. It is me and you are better together. So we're, at the arcade, they're ready to customize that for you at the print lab.
Yeah, we don't like to say no. We say I do.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So what about the chairs we're sitting in now? A big part is Illusions Rentals, correct?
It is. So as you walk around the experience room, you see all the different vignettes. This is the first experience that when guests come in and we want to bring them in, whether it's for a tasting or just a consultation about their wedding, we want them to see the different options that they have. Our new headquarters is about 170,000 square feet.
Wow.
100,000 of those feet are pretty much for the Illusions side of it, which is Illusions Rentals and Decor. IRD is what we call it. But we have a variety of chairs. Hundreds of thousands of chairs and tables and linen and all sorts of stuff. But you'll see, looking here, it's not just the classic like Chiavari chairs or folding chairs. We've got ghost stools and then vignettes like these lounge pieces and just whatever is needed, right? And then along with that comes Flair Floral, and you'll see, again around us, just different floral recipes that are created for a particular look. So when we do a consultation, we kind of want to talk to the couple and say, hey, what's important to you? What was your first date? How did you meet? Where do you go to celebrate a special achievement? What's date night? We kind of get an idea of who they are as a couple, and then we cater to that.
So Rosemary's Catering is just one facet of the incredible setup you guys have here at RK to be the one-stop shop for weddings.
Yeah, so Rosemary's Catering is the food and beverage part of it, right? The catering. It's a chef-driven company, from our senior VP, who was former executive chef to our current executive chef, who we just brought on board, who has a lot of high-end experience. That is the kind of experience that we want to share with San Antonio brides and grooms and couples in general. We just want to give them that high-end, amazing experience that you could get anywhere else in the world.
Yes, bring that luxury to the people of San Antonio, 100%.
After 75 years, I think we're doing it right.
Yeah, I think you are too.
But we do so, because we have a great team. We have 1,000+ employees, and they're dedicated. We've had employees here that have been here 48 years. On our catering side, the rest of my team and I mean, our newest member has 10 years wedding experience, and it goes anywhere from that to 30. So collectively, we have hundreds of years of wedding experience. So, I mean,
full of experts.
We know what we do.
Yes, yes, I love that. I think bridal babes deserve to have that luxurious expert approach to their wedding, and they can find that here at RK.
Absolutely. I mean, we're a one-stop shop. I mean, you can come in and we can take care of just about everything. You can bring in your entertainment and your cake, and we'll take care of the rest.
All right, bridal babes, we are in another section of the experience room with art. Tell us a little bit about this area. What's behind us?
Sure. So we've come from the design-focused part of the experience room into our lounge, right? This is where we want to make the couples feel at home. We're discussing a little bit more of the intimate details of what they're looking for and what they want for their wedding.
And it does feel homey. Like this is the vibe I want in my future home.
Absolutely. So, and behind us over here is our tasting room. So we have a tasting room designed here for our higher end tastings and that require a little bit more touch. I don't know if you know, but we've catered for kings and queens and presidents and even a pope. And we kind of bring that same level of service to every event that we do, and we want to make every couple feel like royalty themselves, right? So when we come in here, we'll have a tasting, we'll offer the different culinary masterpieces that our chefs do, but then we want to sit down and kind of just talk about what's important, what are the priorities. Is it the food? Maybe it's not the food, maybe it's the service only, right? Maybe they're not real big foodies, but we've got great service and that's what they expect. We do that. We talk a little bit more about the design, the layout, the flow of their event. Again, what's important to them and what isn't. We offer, different china and glassware and flatware options, that they can kind of start thinking about what's going on, and maybe they didn't know that we have gold flatware that they can use, or they like the Sestino, or they like the New York. I mean, all the different types of flatware and china options that are available. We have them or we'll get them, But again, it's that warm feeling of home that we want to convey. We are blessed in San Antonio that there are a lot of wedding vendors that are great at what they do, top of their game. I mean, and I tell you that from somebody who travels around the country to the different conferences and conventions and talks to all the leading wedding vendors in the country, that what we do in San Antonio is top notch, right? Wow. The city has all those professional vendors, and we work very well with a slew of them. I mean, as I watch your other episodes, those are all my friends.
Yeah.
And we all hang out and we all talk to each other and we all work well together, right? Because I think ultimately what we all want is that dream wedding to happen.
Right. So tell me a bit about those dream weddings. What kind of couples do you work with? What kind of weddings have you seen the RK Group put on?
I mean, we've done all sorts, again, over 75 years. I think if I had to find a niche, it would be that luxury wedding, right? That over the top, the opulent, we do those weddings. We do service all different types of budgets, but for the most part, we will be on that higher end, right? Because of what we do. I mean, even if you look around, there's attention to detail.
Right, that's the first thing that came to my mind, is attention to detail.
There's attention to detail everywhere we do, and we do that at every single event. I mean, we will notice if a linen is too wrinkled, or if it's hanging a little askew, or the fork is 10 degrees off. I mean, our team is trained to do that. Every event that we do, our team comes in, all our servers, they come here, we check their uniforms from head to toe, make sure that they have the right color socks on, the right shoes, the right jacket, whatever it is that they need, right?
Wow.
And then we transport them to the event so that when we get there, it's boots on the ground. We're running, we're on, right? There's no behind the curtain, it's not Oz, it's on, and we want to make sure that everything happens at that level that we promise. We do, right now, with the pandemic, we have certain safety and health protocols.
Which is amazing.
Everybody that comes in, first of all, we do tests every Friday. So staff gets tested every week, so we know where we're at with that. But when they come in, there's sanitation. We're checking temperatures. There's gloves. There's K95 masks. That we outfit them with. We want to make sure that they're safe because they help us create these great events.
Right.
But we also want to keep all the guests safe, right? We want to make sure that they're good. I mean, we go that extra step. We train them in that protocol as well. When they come in, we don't only show them how to carry a tray or serve, from the left and pick up from the right. Like those are things that we've done over the years, but we also make sure that hey, keep your distance, stay 6 feet apart, keep your mask over your nose, all the little things that have become more important.
Yes, that are very relevant to a 2022 bride, for sure.
For sure. What Rosemary's Catering and the RK Group as a whole is, the ethos is hospitality, right? We want to make sure that they feel good where they're at, right? And they walk away with a smile and not just satisfied, but elated at what just happened.
Yeah, I can tell you, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling elated in this space. I love everything that I've seen from RK Group, and just being here, I don't feel overwhelmed. I feel right at home, I can take a look around at what my options are in a very peaceful setting.
I'm glad you feel that way, because I mean, that's a big part of it. I mean, we want everybody to feel comfortable.
So Art, if you could just summarize the RK Group advantage for the couples looking into you guys, what would you say?
Sure. I mean, I would say that, we have a 75-year history of excellence, right? We're here. We're not going to go anywhere. You know that when you hire us, we're going to show up. But not only are we going to show up, we're going to show up with a team of dedicated professionals that are going to give you everything you want, right? We're a one-stop shop. We can do as little or as much as the couple needs and wants. And we want to facilitate every single piece of that, right? Collectively, an RK wedding is like no other, right? If it's our rentals and our floral and, our team is all in-house, they're amazing. And that's what we do at Redberry, right? At Redberry Estate, it's an RK event, right? And you've seen it, we love it, we're booking it crazy, it's great. But anywhere else we go, again, we work with a ton of wedding professionals and we're happy to collaborate with just about anybody. But the RK advantage is that you get people that are dedicated to that dream wedding, right? We want to make sure that it happens.
And how far in advance do couples need to be reaching out to you in correlation to their wedding day?
Sure. I mean, we are, large enough that we've done events with a week's notice, right?
Wow.
Obviously, yeah.
Not ideal, but...
Not ideal, but it happens, right? But we've also just changed, like let's say we had a wedding that was planned a year in the future, but it's military and they're getting deployed and hey, I want to get married next month.
Wow.
We'll make it happen, right? We have the resources and the wherewithal and the experience to make that happen. But, we're coming off of the holidays, and that's the 40% of engagements happen at that time, right? And yes, and January, our phone is ringing off the hook.
Wow.
Right? We focus on that 12 to 18 month window, but we can do just about anything.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you again, Art, for telling us so much about the RK Group, celebrating 75 amazing years in business. I really appreciated learning it, and I think the Bridal Babes will too.
Great, it was lovely to have you, and make sure you come back soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Well, there you have it, Bridal Babes. You heard it for yourselves. The RK Group is a one-stop shop for all of your wedding planning needs. Find them today on sanantonioweddings.com and request more info. And don't forget, the buzz doesn't have to stop here, so find us everywhere online, and we have new episodes every week. So we'll see you next time.